When I first started as captain, at that time I was one of 3 women in all of the Caribbean that was captaining. And then in the brokerage, I was one of maybe 5 women in the world at that time that were doing it at that level. Now, of course, all these years later, there are many more women also captaining, also in other engineers, different things, and so we've made a lot of progress.
There were 5 other female captains that I knew of by name. I only met one of them, but then I just dug in and got things done.
We thought, well, if they can do that, we can do that. So we sold the house in Aspen, bought a boat, and I bought the boat in California and sailed in California for a few years, and then down the coast of Mexico, Central America, through the Panama Canal, and into the United States Virgin Islands, where we set up a charter business.
Charter marketing has always been my passion ever since, because it offers the perfect blend of strategy and sales and matchmaking and a little dash of glamour.
When I was trying to be a captain, one of the things that I had heard was that all the guys up at the bar were taking bets that nobody would hire me. Because why would you want a woman? A woman couldn't do it, but I just knew I could. Actually, I looked out and I said, if they can do it, for sure I can do it. And so I just went forward.
Do a little bit of everything. Try to get out there when you're doing your temp jobs. Don't be afraid to scrub bilges. Don't be afraid to be the deckhand and washing all the windows. Don't be afraid to be a stew and jump into the interior and learn all those bits. I've been lucky to do every single job in a boat, and therefore I think it helps me manage the overall experience better.
Be bold. Fortune favors the bold. And definitely be yourself. I think there's room for everybody in this industry. When I started, I thought you had to be one way to succeed, and I've definitely come to realize that's not true. Be prepared. I think that at the end of the day, I was very aware that in the beginning, in my early career, I was kind of aware that I was the odd one out. So I would make sure that I was more prepared than anyone else in the room.
My advice to women coming into the yachting world now would be to have that growth mindset that I spoke to earlier, which is that you be willing and that you go forward with a big sense of curiosity about what can happen, not with stuck ideas about how it has to be, but curiosity and possibility, what's possible.
Don't forget to ask for new duties and learning experiences. They won't be handed to you. Go out and get them.
You have to empower yourself. Nobody's going to do it for you. You have to empower yourself, and you are equal. Why would you think you're not? Of course you are. The world thinks it's important enough to dedicate this day to women. So enjoy this special day, but every day is special. Don't waste a minute.
I've been doing more one-on-ones with ladies when they stop by. If somebody wants to stop by during a boat show, I always have time to sit down and chat with them, answer their questions, and tell them about some of my experiences.
Well, I would say that the acknowledgement that I got from the industry when the International Yacht Brokers Association awarded me the first Sailboat Broker of the Year award, and then I got it 3 years in a row. And I think that was an acknowledgement that I had really made my way in the whole world of yachting, not just my own little world about it.
Successfully marrying a career and motherhood. I think a lot of people will speak to this trying to strive for the work-life balance when you are also trying to raise, 2 healthy little humans. That's probably my biggest achievement to date.
So I think what women really naturally bring to the table in any industry, and what's so important, is their affinity and their ability to relate. Most women think that they have to know everything, that they have to be totally qualified before they have the right to even ask and present themselves. But that's not the way it works. In fact, you get qualified by doing the job. So you have to have enough, but that's it.
I never gave it a thought that as a woman I would have a difficult chance getting a job at NASA. It just never occurred to me. I knew I could do it, and all I needed to do was get their attention, and I did.
You need the yin and the yang. You need both sides in order to have harmony and a whole, essentially. And I think if it's too off balance in one direction, then you're never going to reach the same level of success. I think that diversity is key, especially as we move into this new phase in yachting's life cycle. And yeah, be authentic.